We are.
I ask unanimous consent the quorum be dispensed with.
Without objection.
Now, Mr. President, from the very beginning, my stated goal for the July and August work period has been that the Senate pass both a bipartisan infrastructure bill and a budget resolution with reconciliation instructions. This is our so-called two-track strategy, both a bipartisan infrastructure bill and a budget resolution with reconciliation instructions. And despite some bumps in the road, always expected on two bills as large and comprehensive as these, we've remained firmly on track to achieve our two-track goal. On the bipartisan track, I have worked with my colleagues throughout the process to help produce an outcome that all parties find acceptable. I've tried to prod the negotiators when they've needed it and given them space when they've asked for it. Deadlines were necessary to advance the negotiations. We're here right now during a rare weekend session in order to move the bipartisan bill forward as quickly as possible. The idea here is to produce an outcome. The idea here is to produce an outcome, a real bipartisan agreement that provides a significant down payment towards the level of infrastructure investment our country needs. The process from here is simple. Once the legislative text of the agreement is finalized, and I understand it is being finalized imminently, I will offer it as a substitute amendment, as I've always promised. And then the Senate can finally begin voting on additional amendments. Given the thoroughly bipartisan nature of the bill, I expect we'll be able to consider all the relevant amendments and finish the bill in a matter of days. But we know that this bill is not everything our country needs. That is why, after the bipartisan infrastructure legislation passes this chamber, I will immediately move to the other track, passing a budget resolution with reconciliation instructions, which will allow the Senate to make historic investments in American jobs, American families, and efforts to reverse climate change. Both tracks are very much needed by the American people, and we must accomplish both. I yield the floor and note the absence of a quorum.
The clerk will call the roll.